As the playoffs continue, the action intensifies. 8 teams eliminated, and now the true contenders begin to emerge. Nothing can be taken for granted, and those not ready for the next level will be the next to go. This is round 2 of the NBA playoffs.
And the players exchanging a few friendly words prior to tip-off, the getting-to-know-you stage of the proceedings. You can taste the excitement here in the Quicken Loans Arena. Well, this is what we've all been waiting for. Game 7. The winner to advance to the conference finals and get one step closer to a championship. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. And presented to you by State Farm, we'll take a quick look here at our opening lineups. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Anderson Varejao?
Well, I think what Varejao tries to do is wear down his opponent, both mentally and physically. He gets in your head with his constant movement and his bumping and grabbing. But he also really understands what he's trying to do offensively, which is roll to the rim, catch the ball on the move, and finish plays either in transition or in offensive rebounding situations.
Yeah, you know what? It goes beyond bumping. He'll make you work wherever he is on the floor by boxing.
Hello YouTube, this is the Sim Basketball Operator bringing you an NBA 2K13 Association commentary. And here we are, Game 7 of the second round of the playoffs. We really want to get this win so we can show some improvement over last year. As you can see, we're getting started here with a Tristan Thompson and one out of the post. And the Heat have proven to be quite the challenge. They force a lot of turnovers due to their athleticism, and then they kill us with their ability to run the break. As you can see, LeBron takes about 8 steps to the paint and throws it down. It looked like a travel, but 2K didn't call it. But it's a nice dunk nonetheless, and just really shows how well the Heat can get out and run. So yes, we won Game 6 pretty convincingly away from Cleveland, and so now we're at home, and we're trying to close this series out and get to the Eastern Conference Finals. As you can see, our entire fan base is clad in red, and they're screaming at the top of their lungs. The only problem is the Heat. I had them wearing their red alternate jerseys, and which was stupid because I don't know why the fans are wearing red instead of white, which is our home jersey. As you can see, Tristan Thompson's getting off to a good start. He's already on fire. But because big men tire out really quickly, I pulled him out just to conserve his energy. And now Ben McLemore is getting that spin jumper to go. And we have a nice 6-point lead. We're playing pretty good defense. And now to close out the first, we get a steal. And Patty Mills is going to try to loft it up to Dion Waiters, but it gets stolen. So that's going to close out the first quarter. So we have a 25-19 lead. Pretty comfortable. Solid game all around, but Tristan Thompson's been really carrying us here, which is quite unlikely, which is why the title of this video is The Unlikely Hero, because Tristan Thompson is absolutely pulling it for us, but we'll see if it's enough. Nice block there by Tyler Zeller, but too many chances for the Heat leads to a Nick Young three-pointer. And then now we try to force it to Tristan. Bad pass, Mike Miller on the steal, up to Mario. And nice pass to LeBron James for the bucket and the foul. So LeBron will go to the line. He'll knock down this free throw to pull his team within 1. Now they have taken the lead. But Tristan Thompson was bullying everyone on the Heat, including LeBron James. As you can see, he just marches his way into the paint to tie this ball game up at 39 apiece. Now here comes Mario Chalmers. He's going to dribble across. He's going to try to isolate James. But we're going to switch that matchup. So Paul George is on him, and James tries to bully George in the post. But good defense there. But Reggie Evans comes in for the tip dunk. Guys like him, Udonis Haslem, Joel Anthony just been killing us on the offensive boards. Because, I guess with the exception of Tristan, our players actually don't have the greatest defensive rebounding stats. We have good offensive rebounding stats, but not the greatest defensively. Here's LeBron missing a jumper. And then we're running down the court. Kyrie going behind the back, step back. Beautiful jump shot. And nice bucket in transition. So skip a couple possessions. Going to go back into the post with Tristan. This is just the effort that we like to see. Just a tremendous effort from the playoffs. Getting his own miss and putting it back up. Now we're coming to the close of the second quarter. 1-point lead, and it's going to stay that way since Kyrie can't get a very good shot off at the end of the second quarter. So the first half comes to a close, a 54-53 lead. And I'll see you guys after the halftime report.
Presented by Sprint.
Tense moments here in the deciding game of round 2. Let's break down the first half on 2K Sports.
So folks, that is not a mistake. Tristan Thompson does have 22 points after the first half. As you can see, he's still working. Everyone on the Heat is trying to swipe the ball away from him, but he's still getting to the basket with ease. And when he's not, they're hacking him, and he's actually hitting his free throws. But here's some poor communication between Paul George and Ben McLemore leads to a Shane Battier wide open 3. I kind of went small here just to get Thompson another break because we've been going through him and he's been tiring. And also to have that Paul George-LeBron matchup. As you can see, Norris Cole's getting that nice layup out in transition. So we're going to call timeout as the Heat take a 1-point lead. This is for all the marbles here. And who else to go to but the hot hand Tristan Thompson driving crazily. But he gets the bucket and gets fouled by Chris Bosh. And as you can see, now he's up to 30 points. Absolutely ridiculous and relatively efficient. Still over 50%. And he is just carrying the team by finishing strong in the paint. Now here's LeBron taking that point forward role. Giving it over to Mario. They're going to set up an ISO with LeBron. We have a huge mismatch because LeBron was put in at center. But this time Mario's taking it to the basket with ease. But we really didn't have an answer here. But there's a mismatch on the other end between Thompson and Shane Battier. And this time we're hitting Thompson on the roll. And a very nice finish in traffic to tie the game back up once again. Good catch here on a poor pass by Dion Waiters. And again we're taking advantage of this mismatch. And Thompson misses it but gets it back and dunks it home. Just absolutely beasting out there. And this is really kind of justifying my decision to keep him on this team. Nice steal by Ben McLemore. Let's give it right back to him. Nice windmill dunk. It's pretty good show of athleticism here. Pump up the crowd. Ben McLemore showing his ability to also get on the break and be a spot shooter. And it's kind of what you expect him to do in Sacramento, right? Anyways, back here, Patty Mills setting up the offense. Close of the third quarter. Here comes McLemore. A little bit of a poor pass, but he got a decent shot. Can't get it to go. Out to Chris Joseph for the buzzer. It's going up, but it rims out. Got off a decent shot there, but it's no go, and so it's going to be tied 82-82. We can't stop the Heat on the break, but we are doing a nice job punishing them down low. Now here's Tyler Zell. He's going to miss the second of 2 free throws, and then here comes the flying death machine up to Chalmers. Coming down to the paint, hands it off to Dwayne Wade for the dunk. Now here's Dominic McGuire doing what he shouldn't be doing, dribbling the ball. He's going to get the ball tipped away. Now we're going to run a sideline out of bounds play. We're down by 3. Patty Mills moving off the ball, catching it, and then swishing this 3 right here to tie the game. It's neck and neck. So many lead changes, so many ties. What a game 7. Here we go. Patty Mills turning it over here, but good active hands to strip it right back and gives it to Dion to give us that 1-point lead. Great heads up play by Patty Mills, and then the Heat are going to call timeout here. Now here we go with Kyrie dribbling the ball, manipulating the screen, but he doesn't quite get the angle he wants and is going to turn it over to LeBron James, and LeBron has a full court ahead of him. This is not good. Then he's going to flush it down. Kyrie jumped into that poster. That's my fault. But that just shows why the Heat are still in this. Their athleticism is really carrying them here, which is interesting. We're supposed to be the younger team, but they got the right amount of players and some of the greatest athletes to pull this off. We're going to try to run the same play. I trust this play. I've been running it for 2 seasons now. And getting the and one on Dwayne Wade. Nice job there. And hopefully to keep us in this, because we want to stay as close as possible. One thing that I feel like I do better than the CPU control teams is managing my substitutions so I let my starters stay fresh and they won't have those Gatorade symbols. But Tristan Thompson's now in the game, and LeBron fouls out on this and one. because he's been matched up with the center and a power forward, he's been suspect in getting forcing to help out his teammates on these attacks to the basket, and now he finally fouls out. This is the big momentum swinger, and this really set the tone. Nice bounce pass from Kyrie to Tristan, and we're going to fast forward through this long replay. Coming off that same play, crossing over Mike Miller, then threading the needle right here to Tristan to capitalize on what's been an amazing performance thus far. Now here we go with Kyrie. Pick and roll with George with a twist. Try to lob it up to him, but then we'll find it eventually with a nice bounce pass from Dion Waiters. And the ball's really moving, and we're starting to pull away from the LeBron-less Heat. And this is kind of looking at that one game where he had in the regular season. Dwayne Wade refuses to go away. But here comes Kyrie back to George. He's just going to sprint by Mike Miller because it's a huge mismatch. Back to Tristan Thompson. Around to Verajao. Over to Waiters, just moving the ball, not giving them a chance to mess us up. Out to Kyrie, and he puts it down for the dagger. 8-point lead with 40 seconds to go. They're not coming back from that. They did hit a couple shots. And now to close out the game, the Cavaliers will advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. We took down arguably the toughest team to beat in 2K, and it just feels good. Last year we got bounced out in 6 to the Chicago Bulls, and this year we are moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals, and this is thanks to a whole team effort, but today it was from a special individual, Tristan Thompson, who will be your Jordan Player of the Game with a masterful performance. But let's take a look at the losers, the Miami Heat. LeBron James, 33 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. The mismatches worked on the offensive game as well. He's finishing with nearly 60% shooting. Dwayne Wade shot 9 of 14. Nick Young and Mario Chalmers scored, but they were inefficient. Bosch was again not used. And we pretty much just shut down all the little guys. Now here we go on our side. Tristan Thompson, a masterful 43 points. This was just insane. Off post-ups, off rolls to the rim, off offensive rebounds, tip-ins. You name it, he was there, and he was getting it done. Kyrie with 20 points. Macklemore 17, and that was it for double figures. Paul George, Dion Waiters with 9-8. Verajao with 7. Samuels and Zeller with 6 apiece, and Mills finishing out the scoring with 3. Thompson also rounded out his game with 8 rebounds. Kyrie had 7 rebounds and 7 assists, and Dion had 7 assists as well, with addition to 2 blocks. See, the turnovers are really piling up there, but what a game from Tristan Thompson. 18 of 26 shooting. That is incredibly efficient for a guy that was considered very raw, both in this game, coming out of college, and he still is kind of raw. So we'll see where his potential can take him. Looking at the team stats, as you can see, the Heat took 11 more shots, function of their rebounding as well as their turnover forcing. They got on the break, beating us in fast break points by 22, but it was the points in the paint that set the tone for the game, and also fouling out LeBron. So for the Eastern Conference Finals, everyone had already advanced except for us. So we have a shorter break. It's going to be OKC in New Orleans over in the Western Conference. It's funny because the New Orleans Hornets suck in my career mode. But hey, hats off to them. Eric Gordon and Anthony Davis leading that team to face off against Kevin Durant and the OKC Thunder. We, however, are going to take on the Detroit Pistons. And if you remember from last year, they added both Dwight Howard and Nerlens Noel to their team, with also the improvements of Brandon Knight, Rodney Stuckey, and Greg Monroe. So yes, the Sim Basketball Operator. Thank you for staying with this video if you have, and I'll see you guys next time.